Or find love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we have got a group of single men waiting to come out here and meet y'all. So when they come around this corner, they'll come out one by one. If you're feeling him, if he's your type, he checks off all of your check boxes. Do not pop your balloon. However, if there's something he said that you're like, oh, red flag, or, you just really can't see yourself dating this guy, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to a few of you, see why you ended up popping. You guys ready? Yes. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
How you doing, Alette?
Good, good. How are you? Can we get your name?
My name is Bryan.
Bryan, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
And Bryan, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic
Very
for a major airline.
All right.
So I fix planes. I want you to get home safe.
We appreciate you. And now, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun? I like trail riding. I live in Houston.
Okay.
I'm from New Orleans, but I like to ride horses. I'm a country guy, okay? I'm still city, but, I like to do country things. I like to read. I'm from the ghetto, but I am a nerd, okay? I like to read. I want to know about things that I don't know, okay? I like to go lounges, right? I like to go to museums. I just like to really have a good time.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things that you're looking for in a woman?
Transparency, for sure. Transparency.
Okay.
If I can't see who you are when I meet you, then I would never know, right? Loyalty, that really, for men, that's a big thing, loyalty. I need to know when you out partying, having a good time, that you loyalty and you faithful to a man like me.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers? I really don't have deal breakers, right? Because I'm from the ghetto, so I understand that, we do a lot of things in our past and in our youth that is really a problem. So I don't really have any deal breakers. But as far as deal breakers, I don't really have any.
Okay. All right. So we did get a few pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over to those ladies, see why they ended up popping.
No problem.
All right. Let's start right on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Parker, but I go by Mrs.
Okay.
I'm 39. And
You said you're 39?
39.
All right.
And Mrs. Parker, what do you do?
I'm a professional makeup artist.
A makeup artist?
Yeah, shout out to Makeup by Mrs. Parker.
All right. And Mrs., why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped your balloon because you said you don't have any deal breakers, and everybody has to have some type of deal breaker, so you have to have something that you don't like. But you look really nice. You look dapper. Nice to meet you.
It's definitely nice to meet you. When it comes to deal breakers, I'm not a surface level dating type of guy, right?
Okay.
I don't really care about your past. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from New Orleans, right? So nothing that you've done in your past doesn't matter to me because that was before me. After me, that's when you upgrade yourself. So that's why I said I don't have any deal breakers, because I don't want to say that, hey, you're not my type because of what you've done in your past, not knowing that that wasn't right or wrong. Okay, so that's why.
Respect.
And now, is Mrs. someone that is your type?
She definitely. She got this cowgirl going on. I'm from the South, right? So I like your outfit. I like what you got going on, definitely.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm 37. I'm from New Orleans as well, and I live in the DMV. And the reason why I popped my balloon is because I am from New Orleans, and just the energy just wasn't vibing with. Like, I think you're super cool. I love the way that you look. But as far as like energy, I feel like I've dated guys from New Orleans before, and it just did not work out for me. So I think because we come from the same place, it just clashes.
Okay. So since we come from the same place, it clashes.
Yeah. I just haven't had really good relationship experiences dating people from my hometown.
You never met Bryan. You never met Bryan, but today that you did. You know what I mean? And today, definitely, you was a winner. But, the fact that you're from New Orleans, I respect that because I respect my home, and I'm prideful on being a Louisianimal, right? And I definitely was feeling you. But,
thank you.
Since you popped on me, we don't really deal with rejection too well. We respect that, but we move on.
And then
Nice
Tracy,
to meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get, what do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further of my career. Yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange.
Let's go to our
Definitely.
next lady here. We can have your name and age.
My name is Chanel Kidd, and I am originally from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a business consultant, and I also create trivia games that I sell on Amazon.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we didn't get your age.
I am 42. And the reason why I popped my balloon is pretty much, and you have already answered. You didn't have any deal breakers. I need someone that knows what he wants. I can be a handful sometimes as well. So, and it can be anything. So it's got to be something that makes you tick, that you can be honest about. So that's why I popped my balloon. And you kind of remind me of my nephew, just kind of. It's just me.
Kind of remind you of my nephew? Okay. So you said the deal breakers would be because I don't have a deal breaker?
Correct.
Okay, well, I could have a clean...
I need a man to tell me something. Tell me what he want and don't want.
And-
If
and
you
that
can't
will-
tell me that,
and
I
that-
might jump all over you.
And that will come, definitely. I will definitely tell you where you're going wrong at. But as far as a deal breaker, I have a clean slate with everybody. I'm the type to trust you before I not trust you. I'm going to give you that grace before I don't give you that grace, right? But I respect how you feel.
I like that response. Might circle back, but
You might go get back?
might.
You want your balloon back?
Do you want that balloon back?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got to get the gab I see, so we're just gonna.
I got the gift of gab.
Let's go on
It's
to our next
transparency,
ladies.
love.
Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello, Janae.
Janae, what do you do?
I'm in school for fashion design. I'm an office assistant, and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness clothing line called WeFit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Bryan?
Hey, Bryan. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight. I'm kind of ghetto, too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
You're 34. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0, because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. There's no man in my life.
No man in your life?
Nope.
Why
Except
is the
my
reason
boys.
for there no man in your life?
Well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other 2 are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is there something wrong with you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right. But to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants,
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it. It's okay for you. It's not my style. You know, with everything going on, I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Cool. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I popped my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I popped my balloon.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
TikTok creator manager? For what company? Or is it for yourself?
It's for TikTok.
For TikTok?
Social media.
Okay. Social media?
Social media agent, yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, That's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
That's definitely
circumstances
right.
under why I got
That's
pregnant.
definitely
but
right.
That's nor here or there, and that's
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you. Let's go back here. Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
All right, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it just, does that matter? You say future, so that's their past. It's not their future. How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I have.
You can't have
one.
any more. You
No, I'm
choose
choosing.
not
I
to
choose
have
not to have
any
any more. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old, and
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies, because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
do you necessarily
Okay.
believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because
not-
I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes. And it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but
No,
your
no,
past
no.
doesn't determine
When it
it.
come to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake, and then so you once is a mistake, and then twice is. I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay,
You
but-
should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake. Okay,
lessons are
and
to be
not
learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I done known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So yeah, you are no, honey, but
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to
stand
you.
on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles
you-
of the South.
All right,
like I
Bryan,
said again.
Bryan, let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move on. Let's
no
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy, I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to feel you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women, and just overall, that's it.
So you a follower?
No, I went out. That's why I said I didn't pop it right away. I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like
Just-
my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it. Yeah.
The energy is too strong for you, huh?
Not necessarily too strong. I just didn't too much care for it.
That's understandable. I respect that, though.
Thank you.
Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment processing company.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry. And I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time. But then it started to feel like an attack. And I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
You don't judge people from their past, or you like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man, like Bryan says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking that, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No. Okay. Because people, they start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet. I'm a black American from Louisiana. I have the choice to have the pick of the litter. So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have the
understand
choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all
I
have
have
a
the
choice.
I have the choice, but
Yeah.
you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
three?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So it's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man
right. Why?
if she
Because there's
has
billions
two.
of women on this planet. All right?
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, well, Bryan, that is all the balloons popped.
No problem.
But we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
All right. No problem. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next set and have you ask these guys a question just to kind of help you, narrow it down, see who is more your type, all that good stuff.
Okay, who has kids?
Is that a deal breaker for you?
No, it's because like you guys have priorities above me. Yeah, just pop your balloon. If you got kids, pop it. Just pop it. Just pop it. Okay.
Okay.
So 2. Okay.
Let's go over to those guys. All right, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Priest. I'm 33.
Okay, Priest, what do you do?
I'm a comedian.
Okay.
I love a comedian.
So we see you popped for the kids. How many kids do you have?
I got 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bougie with my thing. Yeah. He 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. And I got a job too. So I can't put my money over, put my money
That's fine.
beneath you and shit like that. But that's some badass heels you got on. Thanks. Yeah, you look like Janet Jackson. Look like Janet Jackson.
Okay. Now, apart from him, having a kid and everything, is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. How old did you say you were?
33.
33? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving.
Thank you. Okay, let's head over here. Your name and age.
My name is Bryan. I'm 40.
Okay.
I'm 41 in September. Can't judge them off of age, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
Bryan, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic for a major airline in Houston. So I just came out here to meet you. But I had to pop because I do have a daughter. She's 19. Layla. Shout out to Layla.
Oh, wow. Black don't crack, y'all. Like, you look good. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go
Thank you.
ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, love.
I'm going to just say props.
Thank you, love. I got that fountain of youth.
Yes, you do. Okay, so he said he does have the daughter, with that being your deal breaker. But is he someone that is your type?
Yeah. Your daughter is actually grown. You said she's
grown.
19?
She grown.
Oh, wow. So
Yes.
it almost doesn't even count.
Right.
So you're saying the daughter being 19, that was...
Yeah, that almost didn't count. You could have probably kept yours.
I could have kept mine.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids?
No.
Okay. How old are you?
Above 30.
Above 30? You're not confident in that?
I'm waiting for my husband to have a kid.
Okay.
Because I didn't tell my age, y'all.
They want to know.
That's fine. That's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I think you got to be confident in your age. It doesn't really matter how old you are.
It's cool.
We all grown up here.
Okay.
We don't want little girls. We want grown women.
Yeah.
So definitely stand on that age. Because the older you look, the older you are, the better you look. If you ask me.
Depending upon the industry that you're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you, though.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go on over to our pop balloons over here.
Three. That's a lot of balloons.
I know. Okay, 2 more.
This is hard.
I know. That's what everyone says.
You ready for your balloon? He said, here it is. Oh, this is so hard. Okay.
All right, and then 1 more.
I ain't even looking at you. I'm all, okay, let's see.
Okay, we'll start over here. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
Honestly, that was really hard. I'm gonna say that right now. Like, if I had to say why I popped your balloon, just the attraction level's not there, I guess. Okay. You're very handsome though, very well put together. I like the polo, and you're matching it really nice with your shoes too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And we do still have our two other guys. So one's right here. Why do you end up popping his?
Just the height. I hate to say that, but it's
Okay.
the height.
Okay. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I knew it was coming. I was going to get her because I heard she said that to him. But I wanted to hear you out because I like tall women. So the height for me is really not a problem.
Okay.
The taller, the better.
Okay.
So
I'm only 5'5", but
okay. So you got heels on. So you pushing me out because you got heels on.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Oh, he's taller than you, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was kidding. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then we did have one more right over here.
I would say no.
Okay.
You want to be specific?
Yeah, why?
He just has on all black, and I just felt like maybe it just feels like you didn't put any effort into your outfit.
Hey, I respect that.
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right. Thank you. Let's go on to our next guy here. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Absolutely. My name is Demetrius, and I'm 36. And the only reason why I popped is just I didn't feel a physical connection initially. And so that's all. That's the only reason.
Perfect.
Okay. And what about him? If he were to approach you, would you go for that?
No, just the height thing.
Got it.
But height doesn't matter to me, but if we're just judging off looks, then no.
Okay. Got it.
No problem.
Thank you. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Ernesto. I'm 31 years old, and you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, Black Barbie, physically, definitely 10 out of 10. But just the first impression, because, you know, you have to go off of first impressions. You seem very business-minded right now, and, you know, I'm looking at the age where I need a woman that maybe has one thing going on with business and then has more time to kind of develop a family. I'm just going off of first impressions.
Yeah.
But you're very beautiful, and
Thank you.
It was very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
So,
you as well.
Yeah.
All right. And how are you feeling, Demetrius? Is he your type?
No.
Okay. Why not?
His hair. That's all.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And then, wait, we got one back here before we go down there.
Yes.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Bryan.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I don't think love have to do with someone's height
I don't think so
or
either.
with a woman's weight. Okay.
With a woman's weight, you said?
I don't think height has to do with a man's height. Love has to do with the man's height or with a woman's weight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I absolutely agree.
I think love is at first sight. I really do believe that. I was kind of loving you right now, but when you said that, that was like a deal breaker for me because I'm the shortest one on the panel, but I can hold my own weight. I stand on that.
Oh, absolutely. And you
And
should
you was
not
a
have
winner.
popped your balloon.
You was a winner, but you almost won.
I was forced to say what it was. I would have said it in real life.
Right.
I date short men and tall men.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I'm sorry.
That's no problem.
She said you shouldn't have pops. The height is not really a deal breaker for her.
But I heard it though. It shouldn't have been said, you know. So for a shorter man,
I'm sorry that
that's
hurt
kinda
your
like,
feelings.
It didn't hurt my feelings, you know. It's just that you might not choose me. I want a woman that chooses me as well as I choose her.
Okay.
So I was choosing you. But when you said something, it just disqualified myself. So
Okay.
I respect that though. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go on over here. Okay, if we can have you, you know, maybe it's the alpha hair, whatever it is, I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over to you. So I'll have you hold that. And then you'll pop the two. And then once you pop them, I'll go ahead and ask you what it was about them that you popped.
Okay.
Okay, and then one more. Okay, let's go this way. I'll have you stand right there. Okay, if we can have your name and age.
James with James Gourmet Pies, 37.
Okay, and James, you did have your balloon unpopped. Why?
Again, I'm here to hear everybody out. I don't want to do surface level dating. See what she got to offer, what she got to say.
Okay, so if you saw her out, is she someone that you would approach?
Possibly.
Hmm.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
I love the hair, so the hair would be the initial, conversation starter. And then after that, I would hear what you have to say, and if it matched up, then what you doing later?
Okay. And now, why did we end up popping James' balloon?
It was simply the height. That was it.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you. And let's go to our other balloon that you ended up popping. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Bryan. I'm 40.
Okay. And Bryan, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I love that she has standards when she asked who has kids and how many baby mamas and things like that. I love a woman with standards, and that's what I saw.
Okay, got it. And now, I know you told him about the height. I'm guessing, is that the same thing happening here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You don't like short men?
Not particularly.
Okay.
That's just my preference.
No problem. You definitely have a preference. That's okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, let's head on back this way. So we do have a question to kind of help us narrow it down.
Oh, okay. Do you all have children? How many?
Oh, we got 3 of them with
a
kids.
lot. Okay.
Oh, okay, let's start right here. If we can have your name and age and how many kids you have.
Priest, 33, I got 1. He's 10.
Name and age and how many kids you have.
My name is Bryan. I'm 40. I have 1 daughter. She's 19.
Grown women. Okay.
All right, and name and age and how many kids you have.
Okay, my name is Mike. I'm 37. My daughter's 19 as well, and my son is 14.
Okay, why did we end up popping his?
You have 1 too many. But you seem like a great father.
Definitely.
Okay, great.
All right, and then so why did you have your balloon unpopped for her?
I like. She says she likes to go to the gym, stuff like that. Like she seems like she takes good care of herself.
Thank you.
She's attractive for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are down to 3. I'm gonna go ahead and have you ask the guys another question.
What religion do you practice?
Okay, start here with your name and age and what religion do you practice?
My name is Eric, and I am 38, and I'm a Christian.
Okay, and what religion do you practice?
Christianity.
Oh, you're good. He said Christianity.
Christianity.
Okay, and same thing up here.
I really don't practice a religion. I was raised Christian. But the older I get, I like to become more spiritual and try to research things on my own about God. So I do have a personal relationship with God, and I think that's all that matters. Religion has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
That was beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
I agree. I have to keep asking questions.
No. I thought you were gonna add more. You look like you wanted to say more to him.
No, I completely respect that. Everyone's on their own journey, so that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I respect that 100%.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back this way. She's like, what do I say? All right. And then so based off of those responses you've heard so far, I'm going to go ahead and have you pop another balloon.
Well, 2 of them had the same answer.
Right.
And Lord.
You know what? Let me make it easier for you. Let's have them ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Guys? No one? Oh, okay.
Sure. What kind of engineering do you practice?
I'm a systems engineer.
That's great. That was my first love. The first thing I did as a child, my dad was an engineer as well, and I really loved building laptops, CPUs and stuff back as a child.
You get me? Yes.
Yeah, I understand that. So that's great. And then smoking as well is my top 3. Automatic 4-point deduction on a 1 to 10 hotness scale is just no. So I like that about you as well.
Thank you.
All right. Question over here.
Yeah. Where you from?
Merlin.
Is there something wrong with Maryland?
When was your last relationship?
July 2023.
Okay. You still keep in contact with that person?
No, I do not. He stole my dog.
Oh, he stole your dog?
He stole my dog.
You got any kids?
No kids.
No kids. How many kids you want?
About 3.
When you trying to have them?
Whenever I get married.
Okay. Let's go to our next guy. All right. Any questions for her?
Yes. What got you into gardening? I'm asking that question because when you get into gardening, you like to watch things grow.
I do.
And I can tell by this love that we share, you're going to watch it grow and you're going to nourish that. So what got you into gardening?
Ooh. Ooh, so I grew up in the country kind of Maryland, and I don't know, I was always outside and things like that, and I wasn't always allowed to play with my brothers, so I found myself still being outside but doing something productive and whatnot. So when I got my own apartment and things like that, I just started growing like peppers and tomatoes, and it was very soothing to see something grow, as you just said, like, oh, I did that, and then eat what you grew.
Right.
It's an amazing feeling.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Definitely. So how soon are you talking like marriage? How soon?
Whenever we're both ready, I am about to enter my 30s. I would love to have my first child before 32, preferably. So it's in like 3 years. So, you know, whenever we have that connection and whenever he's ready and whenever I'm ready, we just gonna know.
Okay. You live here?
I don't. I live in Texas.
Where at?
I live in Austin, Texas.
I'm in Houston.
Okay.
So who would make that? Do you want to live in Houston or do you want to live in Austin or somewhere else?
I don't ever have a problem relocating.
Okay.
Houston, I've gone there a few times, but the vibes, the reason why I went there was to party, so I don't really know what else there is to do there besides that, but I'm pretty sure Houston's a beautiful place.
Okay.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter to me. As long as we together, we can go wherever you want to go.
Okay.
So it really doesn't matter. Okay. But I'm from New Orleans.
Okay.
You ever been to Louisiana?
I have.
You have?
It's beautiful there.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back this way. Yes. You dodged popping one earlier, so now you got to pop 2.
I'm going to have to
eliminate 2 of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Lord have mercy. So I'm going to pop you.
Okay.
You're a very attractive young man.
Look good too, baby. You look good too, baby.
Okay. And I'm going to pop you. You're a great looking young man as well.
Okay, let's go back up here. Come on over here. Come on over. All right. So, you know, I always have just one final question if there's no others.
I don't have a question.
You don't?
I don't have a question.
Okay. So is it going to be a yes for you for her?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
We got a match! Okay, I'll take this mic and you guys can go on up. Oh, look at y'all go. Let's give it up for them, y'all. Let's give it up. Got it. Okay. So we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go ahead and go on over to them and see what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Bryan. I'm 40. I popped my balloon because, you know, I don't want to lead you on and fake anything if you're not really what I'm looking for. The attraction got to be instant with me. I believe in love at first sight.
Yeah.
You know, and I would never lead you on to think that I'm feeling you like that when I'm not.
Yeah, I wouldn't lead you on either, so I respect it.
You're beautiful, though.
Respectfully. Thank
You're beautiful. Where you from?
Thank you. I'm from Arizona.
You from Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you find your match today.
Thanks.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
No, he's not my type, so it's fine.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. And what makes him not really your type?
I like a taller guy, and then I like a different type of look. He doesn't really have the look that I like, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to our next pop balloon. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Demetrius, and I'm 36. And to piggyback actually what she said to him, just not my style. No offense to her, just not my style. No other reason than that.
Okay. All right. And what about him? Is he someone that's your type?
No, so it's mutual. It's okay.
Okay.
Respect.
Yeah, it's mutual.
Respect.
Yeah, respectfully.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
You guys look good. Everybody's real handsome, you know.
Respect.
But yeah, nah, just not for me.
All right. If we can have your name and age and what is your best and worst quality?
Mm-hmm. My name is Bryan. I'm 40. And my best quality is I'm very well spoken. I like to listen before I speak. So that's why the words come out well. My worst quality is not faking it.
Okay.
Not faking it.
Nice.
Right.
All right, cool.
All right, thanks. Let's go over here. Name and age, and what is your best and worst quality?
My name is Mike. I'm 37. Best quality, I'm pretty down to earth. Like, I'm pretty understanding. Not too much I can't really understand. Worst quality, I probably could like be more outgoing. I'm an introvert, so I like to chill. I like to peep the scene versus like being the one that's getting the attention. I'm real to myself a little bit. So.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay. See, you got a little bit more now.
I did.
So, you know what that means. It's time to pop. So, I'm going to go ahead and have you pop one of these guys' balloon.
Okay. I'm pop yours. I'm sorry.
Okay, why did we end up popping his?
What's that?
I don't know. I just don't feel like we would make a really good couple.
Why you think that?
Why do I think that?
Yeah.
I really don't know. All of you guys had really good
Okay.
answers.
You sure it's not about the height, huh?
No, it's not about the height
You
at
sure?
all. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even somebody, I couldn't even pop on looks. Like, I'm not that kind of person.
Okay.
Yeah. I just, for some reason, vibe-wise, I don't think that we would make a good couple. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's funny because I think we make a great couple.
You think so?
I believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that. But it's okay. I respect your decision.
Okay, thank you.
You might have a different preference, but my preference. I was gonna stay to the end.
Wow. Okay.
And I got some tall guys that I'm going up against, so I got a lot against me already. So, but I'm willing to fight through that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, I know that's right.
But
I
you're
know
very
that's
beautiful.
right.
You're very
Thank
beautiful,
you.
and I hope you find your match today.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
So we do have our two guys left here.
That both of us have never done before. So our family was like, this must be serious then.
Oh, it
It
is.
is very serious. So
Yeah, because you guys started a YouTube channel and everything,
Yeah,
right?
we have a YouTube, Love McKay. It's at probably
Yes.
11,000 subscribers.
11,000
Lot of-
subscribers.
lot of-
Congrats, y'all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, follow
The
our
love is
YouTube
real, man. A
page.
lot of love, man. So,
Oh man! So have you guys started wedding planning? I know you just got engaged. We ain't trying to rush y'all, but I'm just asking. Have you started?
we started. We have a date. We have a
Okay.
venue. We're making our guest list.
Can I be invited?
Leave him at the door.
It's LOL, but I'm.
Well, unfortunately, you're not on episode 12.
I was going to talk about everybody leaves there.
Wait, when is the date?
If you want to disclose it, I know a lot of people.
sorry.
Some people don't like disclosing the dates.
Is it
Yeah,
next year? Or?
So we're getting married June 1st, 2025. Because
Because we
June
met.
1st is the day we met. On
Let's give it up for them. Yes.
Congratulations.
Wow, I'm definitely so happy for you guys.
During the
Like-
NBA Finals?
What did he say?
Bryan never getting married.
Okay, well, yeah, like everyone here said, we feel the love between you guys. Like it's so hard to believe that you guys just met, not that long ago. But like Mike said, when a man knows, he knows, and a woman too. We know too. All right, perfect. So our next gentleman was definitely talked about a lot, all over. There's clips of you on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook, but I've seen it on Facebook. So, Bryan, you already know we're talking about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on Pop the Balloon.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many
And
kids
your
you
preference?
have?
I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay. How many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So there's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man.
right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, Bryan. So you came out episode 15. I was like, Bryan, what are some of your deal breakers? You said you don't have not one, not any. But as we saw, as you went down the line, you did have a deal breaker, and that was women that have multiple baby daddies.
Right.
So, what do you, is that something you came out knowing, or?
Of course I came out knowing, but for that right person, I will compromise for that, right? And I think every man will compromise for that if they come in with multiple kids for multiple different men, right? We got to like them like that. That was my deal breaker, but like I said on the show, then I would extend grace for somebody that I'm feeling like that. So that's what that was.
Okay. So then why is that something you didn't say like up front when I was like, oh, what's your deal breaker?
Because after listening to the women, I don't know which one I was going to like. I didn't, as far as their responses, who I was going to attract or, pull energy from. So I didn't really know who I was going to feel until I heard what they had to say. So that's that grace part right there, right? So even if they had multiple different kids from multiple different men, if I still like them like that, I would accept that, like real men do.
Okay. So you're kind of saying like you didn't want to say that just in case one of them popped on you?
All of them would have popped if I said that.
He was testing the waters.
Yeah.
But he was giving nobody grace. Why are you saying
Well,
grace?
I mean,
you were giving no grace.
even though that we talked, me and this guy earlier, we was joking around. He said nothing wrong. Like, it devalues the woman when you go through multiple men and have multiple baby daddies. We don't want to deal with that. If you got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, it's like, damn, your decision-making skills are horrible.
Y'all forget
that y'all are the ones who
right there. And then y'all forget that I'm 41 years old. I got a 25-year-old child. So you're basing your perception of me from 25 years ago.
Come on.
I'm not that person I'm not that kid that I was 25 years ago.
Speak on
and I'm not that young adult that I was 25 years ago. I've grown from that. I've healed from that. I now make better choices, better decisions. Right. And I live more of a healthy love life, know, than I did then. So you're going to tell me, oh, well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No,
but that happened 25 years ago.
Not the number of
at what
kids.
point are you going to give grace? Like at how long are you going to, I don't want to use the word punish, for lack of better words, a woman for her past.
It's
like Bryan came out and said, I don't judge a woman from their past. We all make mistakes. And then he basically just flat out judged.
That's the gentleman's preference. We're not judging you for how many kids.
Yeah.
It's how many baby fathers you got. If you get with a guy and I'm 40 years old per se, and I have 8 kids by 6 different women, that says something.
And then everybody's situation is different. Like
4
we all
kids
have
and
different
4 baby
circles.
daddies.
But that's not what it was.
and 3 baby daddies?
My children I have by 2 different men. And I was in a 12-year relationship that was abusive. I escaped that by God's grace. I give thanks every day. And so when I moved on to the next relationship, I'm just looking for something better than what I had. And just because it was better doesn't mean it was for me. So when I realized this isn't for me, should I marry this man just because society is going to look at me like I'm a failure as a mother or as a woman? Or no, should I keep going and look for what is really for me? I'm not going to say that I've made all the best decisions as a young adult. I never said I made the best decisions.
And that's what we're referring to, the decision-making skills.
Yeah.
But
that's now. Yeah, that's in the past. So you're not going to meet a woman and she tell you she stole a candy bar at 14 years old. Oh, no, I can't do that. I don't do thieves.
She's always a thief.
Yeah, she was a kid. She made a mistake. She ate that, and the candy bar is gone. So in my situation, I feel like I ate that. I ate that relationship that I went through. I ate being a young teenage parent. I ate it. Like the young kids say, you ate. I feel like I ate. I've grown from that. I'm not that person that I was.
The relationship is awesome, but the key, you're bearing the man's children.
All right. So, Janae, when you were having, your conversation with Bryan during that segment, what was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions like, okay, how many baby daddies, how many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids. I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference. He deserves a queen of whatever that looks like for Bryan. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this 4 fort? you can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked to Bryan afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. I didn't. It is what it is.
It's a
my
preference.
person is my person. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to live in reality. They want to live into society, and it's fake to me. I'm not with it.
Okay. And then I think Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something.
one thing I do want to say, which I said to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids. Right. But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. We kind of chatted about it before. Everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking on that, Bryan, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Okay.
Because if I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you.
That's not.
Right? And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. Nah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace that. We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact thing and not get angry
accountability. I'm not
and
angry.
feel like men
I'm
are
not-
aggressive
I'm not
and
being
feel like
aggressive.
men are aggressive
You are being
when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right? And maybe I could have delivered it a little bit softer. But
And
that's
then
not
James,
the route that I chose.
you wanted to say something?
Brother, the way you've
Hold
been
on,
talking.
1 second. James is going to go.
I wanted to say something about that. I understand both sides. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't care if a female has a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls that have multiple kids, and I think that men think one of two ways. One is like, okay, you made horrible decisions. And then the other downfall could be, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, And for me, I love kids, like I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I wanted to say is like.
Can I say something? Bryan, I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's two different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider, who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or it takes a village to raise these kids. I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with one kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on
fine.
you. You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you. And I'm not even mad at the world. And I don't give a fuck about anybody. If we can keep it G. I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman. And I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household. Not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world. Everybody got their own opinion. And I respect you 100%. It is what it is.
And let me, hold on, wait, hold on. And I respect that, I appreciate that, right? It's gonna be a special type of man that's gonna come in and take care of you and your unit. That's gonna take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men wanna start their own family, right? You know what I'm saying? So why would we come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm gonna be the 4th? You're gonna look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house. Right? Because they're not mine.
Because you're not a baby daddy or a husband. You're not going to be a
You're
baby
the head
daddy.
of household. It's a different.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm
But
not their
that's-
biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, I'm not raising your sons right.
Or you can't.
I'm going to dead this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said nigga.
You don't want one.
I need a man who knows who's going to come into a whole house. He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. I'm not living into society or social media. This show, and I appreciate you guys, because this is real life. You show me the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more, but that is it.
If you guys were to get together, hypothetically speaking.
Who?
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Just hypothetically, you and Bryan.
You and Bryan. If you and Bryan were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my
As far
children?
that's a real question.
Let's word that a
Can
little.
he? Well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Bryan, you understood what I was saying, correct?
Correct.
If your kids is acting up,
Yeah.
can he whoop your kids?
If
Like
they
he would whoop
need
his
it.
own son?
If they need it. I mean,
You
let's
just
be
have
real.
to be. You just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be
that, but let's be
if,
real.
If you're gonna whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The afterward.
Exactly. What
You
comes
feel me?
after that? Because as a father, nobody's gonna whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step parent of somebody else's kids, I'm a whoop them.
But you're not
and
gonna
I
whoop 'em for
understand
nothing.
that's
can't whoop
double.
your kids, but
no,
you can whoop
because
the discipline.
I'm ready to fight
Thank
for
you.
mine.
Whooping them. Thank
I'm
you.
ready
I
to
got a
fight for
5-year-old.
mine. So
My son has never had a whooping.
listen, I'm ready to fight
Ever.
for mine. So I'm going to check you on that. And if dude wanted to check me on that, he has that right. And that's all I'm saying.
And,
is you
and those
gotta-
are the issues that we deal. And those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like, and
Those
another
are the
thing that I want to
insecurities.
address is that, like Bryan, I've been hearing you talk since we've been here all day. Like, your demeanor hasn't changed. So I want to say, like, I don't think that you were aggressive at all. I think that you were being you. And I appreciate that authenticity that you have been bringing. And I still got and I still got a couple more jokes in the back of my head for your ass too.
Okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. And so Chanel, you were like the queen of facial expressions.
I was.
And everyone was showing you like I was getting tagged all over Instagram like, look at this woman, like she's making all the faces. And I feel like most of it was during Bryan's segment. So let's take a look at all the faces you were making.
That disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman.
But you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
but you,
She said period.
So it's like when the mic was in front of you, you didn't say too much, but like your face was speaking for you.
I didn't even know the camera was on me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because the way you guys are very strategic in the way you set it up, so I thought the cameras was focusing on them. So I was just sitting on the side like, I had no idea they had everything on there. But that's just me in general. But it was a little shocking. Like Bryan came out, like some people would say in the comments, like swinging, like on everybody. I don't have any kids, so and also I was thinking like I wish he asked me some questions because I'm gonna get them. But it didn't come back to that. It didn't circle back. But
And then just to go ahead and wrap up Bryan's segment, you are writing a book.
Yes.
Or you actually wrote a book already. Is it finished?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Go ahead
Perfect
and-
match. The perfect match. 7 keys to pop your balloon and find love. You can find it on Amazon for a pre-order, or you can find it on my website at perfectmatchbook.com.
But what is 7 keys? What do you mean 7 keys to?
Seven advices, 7 keys, 7 tips, right? 7 motivations, you know, to be able to pop your balloon like you did for me, right? Or find love like you did for Reggie. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
What are 3?
What are the 7 keys?
got to buy the book.
Got to buy the book.
You gotta buy the book. You gotta buy the book.
One.
No spoiler alerts.
Buy the book.
One.
You were on our very first podcast that me and BM did, and we did talk a little bit about it. So let's take a little glimpse at that.
But you definitely want to pick this up right here. This is going to make a lot of perfect matches. It's going to save people a lot of time, right? This is definitely something that you want in your book collection. This is for all the readers.
So Bryan, you said that this book is going to get people a lot of matches.
Right.
And then some of the comments during that podcast said, how is Bryan writing a book about matches when he didn't even get one?
Right. And I saw that. And I saw that. Right. And I saw that. But, you know, every shot you take, you know, you're not going to make. Right. But at the same time, there's humility in the journey. Right. So I wrote the book so you can be able to take a different route or take a different approach than what I did, so you won't get popped or for you to get chosen, right? So just because I didn't get a match, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a match, right? So my old lady somewhere might be somewhere else. I don't know. She might not be on the show. She might be watching the show. She might be waiting for me to come get her, wherever she might be.
You might be
right?
overseas.
It might be, you know. I might be a passport bro. right? Because our black American women tripping around here.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
no.
Y'all tripping, you dig? Y'all
Take
tripping.
accountability.
Don't have us go abroad and find somebody else that's of a different ethnicity when you right here at home. Please
They're
don't
not
do
making
that.
it back from home, from over there.
I like that nigga, man.
So is anybody here picking up Bryan's book? Y'all picking
I'm
up
gonna
the
buy
book?
it.
Okay.
I'll support.
Good.
I'll just put it on the shelf.
How much is it?
It's $22.99. So it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's $9.99 on Kindle. You can pre-order it.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to write that book, and I do hope that you get lots of sales on it.
Thank you.
Yes. Everybody reads in
Thank
on
you.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So on episode, make some noise, ladies. All right, ladies. So we're going to be bringing out some single men one by one. When he comes around this corner, if you like what you see and he starts talking, you're liking what you're hearing, do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything that was said, anything that you're seeing, whatever it may be that you're not a fan of, go ahead and pop your balloon and I'll go over to you and see why you ended up popping. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, energy. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Bryan,
Bryan, how old are you?
41.
And what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic.
All right. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to go to lounges. I like to read. I like to write. I got a book out, The Perfect Match. I'm sure everybody know that already. I like to have a good time. That's it.
All right. And what do you look for in a woman?
Class, grace, ladylike, God-fearing woman,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Nice. And what are some deal breakers?
Let me make sure I get this right.
Please do.
Multiple baby daddies.
Okay.
Can't do that. If you have multiple children, I can, as long as you're from one guy. It doesn't matter if you was married to him or not. As long as he's from one guy, I could deal with that.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping.
All right.
Okay. We'll start here with your name and age.
I'm Sydney and I'm 28.
And Sydney, what do you do?
I'm an assistant principal at an elementary school.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just not my type physically.
And what makes him not your type?
Probably the height, even though I'm short, but I usually don't. Just the height.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5 foot.
Okay. Bryan, how tall are you?
5'7".
5'7". Cool. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. It's a shame you popped on me. You know, and you say only because of height?
Only because of height, because you look good. I like your
Okay.
eyes, your
Okay.
skin tone.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's the fixation with the height?
Just because I'm just so small and little, I want someone just big. If that makes sense.
You want somebody to tower over you?
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Over here, your name and age.
I'm Alicia and I'm 29.
And Alicia, what do you do?
I'm a content creator.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think we're both vets to the show. I've seen you on the show. I do think you're a little strict for me. I do tend to date taller guys. And we've just had some interesting interactions on the internet. I don't know. You're a little spicy on the internet. You've said some not nice things to me, so.
Oh, to you directly?
Yeah, I just feel like it was just after a catch up or something. We just had an interesting interaction, and I just didn't like the way you handled me on the internet. I thought it was a little rude.
So, Bryan, anything you want to say? And is she also someone that's your type?
I mean, she looks good, right? But I think I would pass.
That's fair.
The thing you're speaking about on the internet, you called me sassy in the comments. I really didn't appreciate that. I thought that was disrespectful,
Okay.
right? And I said something back to you, and that was pretty much it, really. But I think you're moving a little too fast. I really don't think you're here for love, to be honest with you. Last time you would say you had your homegirl with you on the episode.
You're
I
promoting
really
a
don't think
book.
y'all was really.
You came out and basically like promoted your book. So I thought that was a little interesting as well. But I am here for love. You're not my type.
I doubt
and
that.
Thank
baby.
you.
I doubt that. But
That's
it's
okay.
cool.
We're not
It's
here
cool.
for you. Mwah.
Let's move on. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Alexis, and I'm 30 years old.
And Alexis, what do you do?
I'm doing well, thank you. So I'm a teacher by day and an entrepreneur by night.
Okay. What kind of businesses do you have?
It's a cold pressed juice business.
Nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
outside of the height, you said you like to go to lounges, and I'm not big on lounges, so that's ultimately why.
Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice.
Thank you.
I would approach her. But, lounges as a deal breaker for you, I don't really understand that, but okay.
Farewell.
Definitely.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Chanel, and I'm 30.
Chanel, what do you do?
I manage a business, a birth and postpartum business. Thank you.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
For starters, you had me a little perplexed from seeing you on other episodes. So that was probably the initial thing. And then outside of that, I think you're just a little bit older than my preference. But outside of that, you're very attractive.
Okay. Appreciate that.
And is there anything specific that caught you off guard about him, about other episodes?
Oh, no, I like, it's just like the interaction, maybe like a little bit of like, again, perplexed, like a little shocking kind of shock factor with the way that you kind of communicated your desires or your like things that you're not interested in. So, yeah.
Okay.
Now, she's someone that's your type.
She looks good. She looks good. I love the chocolate. I love the shoes. Everything looks good. I love the teeth. You got it together.
Thank you so
much. But get to know me. Ask questions. Don't judge me for past episodes. Don't worry about none of that. Don't worry about what I tell the next woman. Focus on what I tell you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you could have been a match, but you didn't pop.
Likewise, Bryan.
Thank you. Let's go here. Your name and age.
Makara, 29.
And Makara, what do you do?
I'm a therapist.
Nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's solely just height for me. Height is a big preference for me, so that was just it.
No, we have to ask, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
And look at Bryan's face. And Bryan, now she's someone that's your type.
She's good. She's good. I just think it's a cop-out, you know? That's the first thing y'all talk about is height. I think it's a cop-out. I think it's an easy thing to say, oh, he's not my height. But if I was up here talking about your weight, if I was up here talking about the weave, the lashes, and everything like that, then it would go
from my head.
I'm just saying. Just saying. If you feel like I'm less of a man because I'm shorter than the 6 feet,
I
then
didn't say
that's
that.
a
You
problem.
said that. All I said was I didn't like your height for me. That was my
understand.
preference. That was
get
it.
you. I understand. I mean,
I
it's
wish you
cool,
well,
but I'm
though.
just, it's always what, the second or third one talking about height, so I just want to bring it to forefront about what's the problem with that, what's the fixation y'all women have with height, preference and all that. Listen, I got enough confidence and enough prosperity to be able to stand taller than the tallest guy in the room. You heard me? But you want to
I
experience
love that for
so.
you. I hope
Sure.
somebody experiences that.
For sure. I hear you.
Thank you. Okay, let's head back this way. Your name and age.
Jordan, 27.
And Jordan, what do you do?
I am a therapist and I own a small business selling hair care products.
Okay. Now, before we jump into why you ended up popping your balloon, we did have you on the show before and you ended up matching, but what happened?
We were not aligned. And I would love to elaborate, but I don't think I will without him here to say his side of it. So, but we were not a match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you for sharing. So why did you end up popping your balloon?
So like the other lady said, I have seen you on previous episodes and I did find it a little distasteful, but I've never met you in person. I wanted to give you a chance. That's why I had it unpopped. But then I witnessed it for myself. The same distaste I kind of saw in the last episodes. To be specific, I guess I'll say, I think you say you're very confident, but when somebody brings up height, you get very defensive, which is not indicative of confidence. And so for me, I wanted to hear you out because I did have a prefixed judgment of you, but I wanted to hear you out. And then that interaction kind of confirmed what I prejudged. So.
Okay.
All right. No, she's someone that's your type.
She's good. She's definitely a catch.
Thank you.
But, you know, I think he was wrong with that. You know, the fixation height that y'all women have, that's a
Don't
problem.
say y'all. I never spoke on your height.
You just spoke on the height.
No, I never spoke
You
on
just
your
spoke
height.
on the height.
I never spoke on your height.
Okay.
I said what you did on your previous episodes was distasteful to me, but I wanted to give you a chance to come out here and interact with you myself. I actually wanted to answer one of your questions, which is why I had my balloon unpopped. But you got, I won't say sassy. You got defensive with her, and I didn't appreciate that, and I feel like you were like that on the previous episodes,
all-
and I saw it in real
But
life.
that's not you. That's a whole nother woman. So you a girl's girl?
Define girl's girl.
Or you a girl's girl? You know
Define
exactly what that means.
No, define girl's girl.
You a girl's girl. So when
Define
you a
girl's girl.
that kind of mean you would choose a woman before you choose a man. That's what that would
Oh,
mean.
yes.
You would? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go down here. Your name and age.
Y'all gonna get it today.
Hi, I'm Shaylin
Y'all
and
gonna
I'm
get it
30.
today.
Shaylin, what do you do?
I'm a nursing student.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm copping out. It's because you're short.
Okay.
And I don't like men that argue with women. All that going back and forth is crazy.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
She's nice. She'll catch. But then again, she's a girl's girl.
Keep
You a
it cute.
follower.
Keep it
You a
cute.
follower, love.
Keep it cute,
You
buddy.
worrying about what I'm telling the next woman. You a follower.
Here you go, argue
Worry
with
about
women
what I tell
again.
you.
That's
It's really
crazy.
not about being argumentative. It's about really letting you women know what's the deal on a national television show, YouTube.
We're not
right?
interested. It's okay.
It's all
Just
good.
take
You
it
don't
to
have
the
to be
chin,
interested,
move
but you're
on.
going to listen to what I got to tell you after
Let's
you
move
say
on.
what
Let's
you
move
said,
on.
right?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
It's all fair game.
All right. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm 27.
How you doing?
Ty, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of Fat Bar. I'm a lash tech. I do everything esthetician field, basically.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
It's the height. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
for me.
problem. No problem. It's all good.
Is she someone that's your type?
Not really. You know what I mean? But she's good. You know what I mean? She's all right. You know, I don't really like the weave. I don't like the lashes. I don't really like all that.
So what's the difference?
I like
of
to
the
keep it
height
natural.
thing?
You know.
What's the difference
What's the difference with what?
of a girl saying she don't want you for your height, and then you don't want
It's
me
just
'cause I
it's just
got
the
weave
same
and
fixation
lashes?
that y'all use in every episode.
So
That's
it's the
really
same
all
fixation
it's about.
of
I don't really
lash
care
and
about
weave.
how
Next,
I don't
thank
really
you.
I don't really care about the height thing. I really
Next,
don't
thank
because
you.
I'm confident about that.
let's
but
move on.
you know,
Your name and age.
My name is LaPortia and I'm 30.
You said LaPortia?
Yes.
Okay. And LaPortia, what do you do?
I have a lot of trades. I'm a veteran. I'm a cosmetologist. I have a CDL and I just finished school for cybersecurity.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm not interested.
And what is it? May I ask?
I don't really want to have an argument with you. I just don't like the way you speak to other women.
there we go again. A girl's girl.
It's fine.
A girl's
Thank you.
girl. I don't really like the box eyebrows.
Okay.
So
They're not for you.
But you know, they
They're
definitely not for me, baby.
Exactly.
You hear me?
Your name and age?
My name is Annalicious. I'm 28 years old, and I work for Dynasty Financial Services.
Okay.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I've listened to all these people. If I was your woman by your side, I'm kind of getting cringed. I'm getting scared. My heart rate is going up. So I'm just, baby, stop. So I just had to pop. Sorry.
No, you don't have to say sorry, baby.
Is she someone that's your type?
Not really. But where you from?
I popped.
Not really. She's not really my type, no. She's another follower, a girl's girl, you know, so
But
I
one
don't
thing,
think
you
that's
look
good.
beautiful. I
Thank you.
love the style, the
Thank
fit,
you.
snatched.
Thank you.
So you did a
Thank
good
you.
job, and you work out. So it shows that you're dedicated to being a hard worker.
For sure. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's come back. Bryan, we always trying to find you love. What's
all
going
good.
on?
It's all good. It's a miscommunication. It's misunderstanding. You know what I mean? And then they like to follow for the next woman and what she want to do and what she talking about. Be a woman. Stand on your own. Don't worry about what I tell the next woman. And it's really not about height in real life. They lying to you. They up here lying about height. They up here lying. But that's
All
what
right.
we're doing. It's all good.
All right, well, Bryan, thank you for coming on. Let's go
problem.
ahead and give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you. All right, let's bring out our